Beautiful. He says, I found my master in under your nose. What it do? I'm gonna make sure. Let's see if we still are able to post on Insight Timer because I missed one last night. I was singing so much last night. I missed my Insight Timer at 11:30. It was like midnight. I was like, wait, oh no, Insight Timer. Usually, I didn't. It's just sometimes. And I will always. I had a big nose. I didn't see what was underneath. Shoot, my nose not that big. I still don't see it. I realized the other day that the infinity sign is right under our nose. I said, there's definitely lots of signs. I know this stream is not normal. Thank you, sister. Yeah. I got it. The thing is, as long as I have it on the screen, it's just a new flow. You know what I mean? I didn't set up the flow. So today, if I schedule right now, then on Monday we'll have it. So I should schedule one Monday. Let me do a quick schedule. I could do it from my phone. And then tonight I have one at 10 p.m. Hope you've been good. Thank you, Ibogeni. Lebensberater. Azaris is here. Santo. Steam. Saturday, this is when you go to the flea market. I actually grew up around. When you live in Texas and you're kind of like more low income, you learn you learn so much about culture because it's so immersive with the culture here. Like Chinatown, because you don't do the bougie stuff, you do the thing that's free, Flea market is free to walk around. Like, they're shining their boots, and why are they wearing a big belt buckles for what? Like, I just didn't get it. I grew up right next to a cowboy, like, attire shop where you buy the hats and boots, botas. I was free down. Hello, Chris D. Dento's auction in Sacramento is bomb for thrifting. Yeah, flea markets. I grew up because my father, when we closed down our VHS store, we had to go sell the video somewhere, and so the flea market was one of the places that we definitely went, which helped me to see the world. That's my blessing. I got to see the world because through the need to. And it's beautiful. You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do. scheduling insight timer on the fly. All right, Monday 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. And in the evening, we'll do 10 p.m., okay? 10 p.m. Remember Canton? Last night was the first time I slept for 7+ hours. Well, there's more of that because, we're good at helping people fall asleep in here. That's one of the main reasons why people come. Last night, it wasn't Look, Friday night and Saturday night, a lot of people don't come here because they don't have stress. They just stress on the weekdays. Like, imagine if you learn you could reduce your stress on the weekday and the weekend. Imagine human beings, We are the gardens up, Monday 10 p.m., okay? 10 p.m. Protectors of the waterland and above. We are the angels of planet Earth. I still need to set up the new desktop. It's just been... I had to drop off my father's Suburban because he's about to come back from Thailand on 28th. And the car is not functioning properly. And I think it has something with the fuel filter or something with the vacuum system. All right, 10 p.m. and 1 p.m. on Insight Timer. Boom. Happy Saturday. Happy season changing. Springtime looks like. Sometimes the weather confusing. In Houston, it's a bit different here. You might just get everything in one day. Summer, winter, raining. Maybe it might snow sometime. Like it's been snowing every year here now. Flooding, who knows? Right. Thanks to your help, I got there. It says. Teamwork makes the dream work. Welcome. Yes, fly to Thai. What airline does he use? My father does AC work, and he has free mileage, so I think he uses Eva Air, but I don't really know. But I flew on Eva Air before. I was like, oh, that's dope. The details matter. Ooh, the soap smells like bergamot. That matters to me. Like, when you go in a restroom and it has a good scent, like a genuine scent versus like, something like synthetic, when you get some organic, because on the plane it's so like, every little detail matters, but you gotta pay for it, right? You gotta pay. It's basically an investment. It just sometimes you're trying to save money at the cost of your mental health. It's like some people don't believe in paying extra for the toll, right? To save time. I would rather save time so that I can have more peace in life than to save money and have more stress. But that's just my approach to it. I didn't always think like that, though. Yeah, some people, I'm going to save $1.25 and be stuck in 30-minute traffic every day. Instead of being in traffic for 30, you can cut that time and not have to sit in traffic for maybe longer. Yeah. But at the end of the day, hey, maybe while you're stuck in traffic, you listen to your podcast and you find a way to make it work for you. I'm trying to be here, I got places to go. I'm not trying to be stuck in traffic to go home to nothing. I got things to do, so everyone's life is different. So just find your balance, brothers, sisters. If you're someone with higher stress, you need to invest more in peace. Bathhouse, massager, right? Essential oils. Meditation. Let's schedule one for Tuesday. Tuesday, 1 p.m. Listening to Dido. I will go down with this ship. I will put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my what? Above my... my door. There will be no white flag over my door. My door. I'm in love, always will be. All right, 1 p.m. Tuesday. Welcome, Sylvia, Alyssa, Teresa. My life began, like whenever my life was more stressed than this, I had to be way more disciplined with my meditation, because if you don't discipline your meditation into your busy life, it's never going to happen. Right? You might meditate from time to time and the stress will continue to be the same, but when you add the relief, right? The relief valve is like, right? The relief valve, hello, you get to chill the F out. Right, because you're deciding to put a release valve into your life, which is meditation, mindfulness, yoga. But some people don't know how to stop getting involved with friends who drain them. You know what I mean? Try not to get involved with people that's not good for your mental health. Some of those people are your best friends. That's like the welcoming Cece, Diane. Okay. I know my friends really were sad when I left them, but they weren't really adding joy to my life. They were distracting my life, and I realized if I want my life to improve, I have to let go of some of my childhood friends who weren't adding to my life. I needed more meaning in life, and I couldn't hang out with the same people no more. You know, I don't, and honestly, I knew they were very sad because they called me for years to go out to, like, hey, you want to come to the bar still? Because I was the one who introduced them to going out. Out, hey, we should go to the Roxy. Right, I kind of lead the way when it comes to that, to most things. Really, we should meditate. We should do sound healing today. It's Thanksgiving. I brought my singing bowls. I mean, it's beautiful. I did a sound bath for my family and friends on Thanksgiving before, and everybody kind of vibe with it. It's dope. Imagine getting your whole family to meditate with you. So grateful I have the people in my life are pretty open to what I do. Because it is weird in the beginning, but when they realize, oh wait, he's gonna be like this forever. Tuesday, 10 p.m. And I think that's that's good for now. Yeah, last night I missed my insight timer because I was singing. We were doing a lot of singing, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot my insight timer." But now I got a decent system. To we were doing the and we did that, and we did the Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry. Alyssa said I turned my closet into a meditation room. That sounds dope. That's what I'm talking about. Closet into recording studio. Closet into meditation room. I'm sure somebody started baking in their closet before. Who knows? I started my business in my closet. But don't get trapped in the closet, okay? Welcome, Maria. Buenas noches. Buenas nachos. Yo, Miss Mia's here. Welcome, Haggai. Haggai Newman. Is that like Scottish or is that Irish? Can you make sounds? Yes. No, because that's the running joke I always... Whenever people were leaving the temple, because you know the temple has a large Latino following, well most... and so, you know, when you just leave some... No sounds. No, I'm about to make some music soon. I'm just setting up. It takes time to set up every... Like once you go live, you have to make the live stream search engine optimized. I know, it's like every stream you have to do it, or else it's not gonna be found by people. And I think many people know that word already. Search engine optimize. SEO. So much, but you gotta do it. If you don't do the detail, yeah. If you don't do the detail, it's not gonna grow. So that's why you gotta be patient and focus, you know. Yeah. Do y'all like the vertical better, anyways? On Insight, because it's better for me because it allows my... I got like 20 chat boxes. Okay, not 20. I got like 1, 2, 3. I got 3 chat boxes to read already, and Insight Timer adds a 4th one, and it's a huge box because you can't... it's not optimized. Okay, you know what I mean? So I started. You know what? It works for me. I'm just letting you know why it's better for me. Welcome, Chestarosa, Lumberjack. Israel Kamakawi Adule. It looks the same on YouTube, yeah. You like horizontal? I mean, I could switch it to horizontal right now. Let's see. I'll try it. I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, I like that better. Just watching you, your eyes start all over the place. Okay, I can update my view so that you can see. I can update you. Right. Y'all ready? Okay, so this is the left monitor. Nothing surprising. You've seen that before. Welcome to the command center. That's the left screen. That's vertical. Here's the right screen for Insight Timer. So when someone GIF, I can see it over here. Insight Timer is here. Then on the right is my mixer, so I could control all my music. I could see, we could do a lot more bougie, fancier stuff here. So I have no idea what Insight Timing is. Insight Timer is actually the only social media app. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a social. It's a meditation community, I would say. You can say it's a mindfulness community that I've been using the timer. The reason I use Insight Timer was to time my meditations, and it keeps track of your meditation progress. But if you wanted more from the application, you definitely can explore other groups. Many groups on there, like there's groups for people meditating for a whole year, 365 days, and many different types of, teachers and many authors are on here. The live streaming aspect might be the smallest. Like, it's not the huge. Like, many people don't even know there's live streaming on Insight Timer, which is kind of funny. What does the hertz measure? The sounds. So I know if I'm singing on, if I'm my singing, so if you start to see a little green or yellow, that means it's in tune. But I don't really look at it too much. It's just, sometimes it's something to look at, yeah. Especially when you're meditating and you need more points of focus. So you're focusing on your breath. You're focusing on me polishing the bowl. And then when your mind wanders, it wanders to George says, it took me years on Insight Timer before I realized there was a live streaming on here. Just imagine if they did a little bit better job, how many people would be up in here. But again, it's just more about, it's fun, right? Live streaming is fun. And so when people come to the live streaming app where it's more casual, or when you live stream and it's community, it's a different experience when there's a community behind the live streaming aspect. And that's what this is. Right? It's not just like, hey, I'm gonna do singing bowl meditation with you today. Right? But instead there's like movement, there's like momentum in the community. I love live streaming, but it works for sure. Yeah. Live streaming is not easy. It reminds me nothing is easy, actually. Things that are rewarding, it's all difficult. And it's just got to be something you're willing to work at, you know. Meditation is not easy. Creating a successful business, a successful relationship, having children, or buying a car, buying a house, eating healthy, addressing your health, adding a new routine. That's why comfort sells very well and discipline doesn't. Right? Nobody signs up, please discipline me. Because that discipline is something you need to do personally. If you always need somebody to hold you accountable, then you'll never do it on your own. But sometimes that's better than nothing, right? Like when you have a personal trainer, you're supposed to learn to eventually train yourself so that you don't need the personal trainer to hold you accountable because you want some independence. But everyone's different, yeah. You have to take the difficulties with the easy ones, or how else would we know the easy time? This is why I stream 5 hours, because I don't want something to like when I finish, you know, every time I finish the stream, I know I just did something difficult, and it's rewarding because it's devotion. I love that word, devotion. You know, it's a beautiful thing, devotion. Hello, Mello, nice to see you. Devotion to something is devotion to your happiness. Oh, you know what I mean? I think essentially that's kind of what this community is about. Like, we teach people love your damn self, and it's more about there's a devotion to joy. Right? And we say love your damn self. Somebody got pissed off yesterday because they were like criticizing that we used the word damn, but they don't realize the reason why they're here is because love your damn self. Like, we have because it works, because that thing is sass, right? Because sometimes you want to love yourself, but you just keep not doing it. You want to lose weight, but you just keep not doing it. And when you add a little seasoning, now the food is more delicious. Now you want to cook the piece. You want to cook up a little meditation. Do you? Yeah, I cook with love. Yeah, I'm cooking right now. Thank you, Celeste. Jay says, purchased 4 new singing bowls today. Looking to get 9 in total. I hope you do good work. Use your tools, help the world. Start with yourself first. Do the best you can. I appreciate the bit of grit in the message, yeah. Before I used the word love your damn self, I was telling people love yourself. Back then I used to do card reading, and everyone always asks, does Henry love me still? Does Henry still have feelings for me? Does Maria have feelings? Everyone was asking about love, like romantic relationships. And I was like, dude, why are you asking about everyone else but your own happiness? And I realized, whenever you live stream on Twitch, which is a live streaming platform for mainly video games and other stuff, but mostly it's video games, there's a lot more guys here. And guys, sometimes they need the grit, like humane, right? Or at least masculine-minded people, or they think they're masculine, but a lot of times people act tough, but they're really emotional, right? And so I was like, whenever I live stream, I naturally attract more women. And I was like, why? Why I'm here, but how come I'm not connecting to some dudes? Right? The message is easily digestible to a lot of guys, but I was like, okay, universe, I want to learn to help some men too, and so, well, it's because your energy is more feminine, says the universe. Your message is more love yourself. And I sat in meditation trying to figure out, how do I make it more balanced? Right? How do we make it more balanced, feminine and masculine? Love your damn self. Like, ooh. Right? There's yin and yang, love and damn. And the self is just in the moment. So I was leaning more towards feminine side, and I learned to be more balanced in my energy. Before I was mainly just leading, welcome Granny, Christy, right? And so it took a while to learn how to balance your energy, but when you learn to be centered and learn how to use the yin, the yang, learn how to balance yourself, then you can be more useful to the universe because, right, you have yin and yang, but when you're not balanced, it's hard to help many people because you only lean one side or the other. So finding your center is so powerful because you become more useful instead of, even though my demeanor whenever I'm meditating, I make sure I'm not too airy. That's why I don't try to close my eyes for too long. Or even when I do, I keep it slightly open to be more here. And that's part of the 7-point system: legs crossed, back straight, head slightly tilted, hands stacked, tongue gently touching the roof of the mouth, eyes partially closed, focusing on your breath. And so when I get really tired, which is a yin, right? Torpor, sluggish. If your energy is more toxic yin, when you're tired and you still have to be awake, what do? You tighten up your practice. Right, but if you have a lot of energy, You want to be more, right? So you have to find out how to balance yourself. Maybe at work needs you to be more masculine, because sometimes people won't respect the authority if you don't have the fire energy to lead, right? Because that's why the fire energy is important in some places. But you have to learn when to be compassionate. If you're just fire only, you become a boss and not a leader. The master taught us, don't follow a boss, follow a good leader. That's it. And result speaks louder than words. That's why we call it result-driven spirituality. Right? You can take action, but if there's no result, and then is that result a great result? And so that's how I pick my teachers with great results. Let's do 30 minutes. Minute sound bath. Let me just warm up my flow first. Let's see. Oh, we can change it. Let me see. Topic can't be changed during live. I think it's just auto. Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum. Sorry about that. There was a mode called twist, and it twisted the audio. Yeah. Which is like one right under or one above, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let me get rid of that one first. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Is that better? Yeah, no, it was a twist. Excuse me. There's a audio's back, right? Okay. Yeah, there's a twist feature that's like a couple things above, and I guess it triggers it. Because some of these buttons are very loose. I guess I could. Beganji Beganji Ma Beganji Raja Samuga Bezoha Diyada Beganji Beganji Ma Beganji Raja Samuga Bezoha Diyada Beganji Beganji Ma Beganji Raja Samuga Bezoha Thank you, George. Kuan Yin energy, Avalokitesvara. A little bit of nurturing vibe, supportive vibe. What did you feel today? Om mani padme Om mani padme Om. It reminded me, I didn't always believe, or I was not born in Mahayana Buddhism. The master showed me Mahayana. I was raised in this thing called Theravada, elder monks, also known as original teachings. But it's not, it's original religion. Which means that what the Buddha taught wasn't religion, but people who didn't understand it turned it into a religion, and they began to follow rules but didn't practice the inner kingdom. And so, as the Buddhism expanded, it became more abstract because the original teaching was formless, but the more you make it a form, the more it's the form about formless is still a form, because it's hard to teach. What the heck does that mean? And so when you let go of all, maybe you get all, but maybe that all is nothing anyways. In the beginning it doesn't make sense, because it just doesn't make sense anyways. And that's why we crack a lot of jokes in here, like, oh, whatever. Why are my hands and feet feeling like ice cube? Why can't you warm your energy up? Sometimes your body is toxically, maybe you need to just turn up. Maybe you need to get heating, central heating. Hands and feet are cold. Whenever my hands and feet are cold and I'm doing nothing, it means I might have toxic cold. And if you have toxic cold, you know what I do instantly? The tumo. But also you have to see, why is your body out of balance? Why is your body more yin than yang? That's all. I mean, that's the philosophy I follow. Yin yang, balance. Please consult your doctor near you if you have one. If you don't, consult Dr. G.O.D. That's what the master says. Apparently my father's Suburban has no oil, or it's very low oil, and the other mechanic couldn't figure it out. Sometimes it's the simplest thing in life that we forget to check because we're familiar. Like, yeah, the car should have oil, right? I should be happy, but maybe you ain't actually happy. Maybe your standard's so low that you don't realize, oh, wait a minute, my happiness standard is so low that maybe I'm not happy. Pranayama, yeah. The tumo is a Tibetan fire. It's called Fierce Lady style. When your body has a lot of yin energy, you're soft-spoken, you're scared to speak up when you need to, you're overly humble, people take advantage of you, you need to stand up for yourself. So doing fire breath helps you to balance your... So it's not just your energy, it's how you live your life. Right? How you live your life is very... Sometimes you don't know how to have boundaries because nobody taught it to you. So you gotta go get humbled by manipulators, unfortunately. Right? Not the greatest lesson, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So when your body has a lot of yin energy, I'm learning that Janya meditation this week. Yeah, so it's like fire breath, but it's different because a fire breath is a blanket statement about right. There's a Wim Hof. There's other. The Tumo has visualization that's involved. It's an intricate. Let's just call it methodical and intricate fire breath. Because if you do too much fire breath, your energy can be too much fire because you're not grounded. You're high on the fire. We're not here to get high. Well, I mean, some people are. We're not. Not here, at least. Okay, some people here are. And be upfront, you know. I don't mind. That's what you do. That's your life, boo. Yeah, that's your life. Some people need to. Some people enjoy. Some people just escape. And so when you're, so the Tibetan, the Tumo, which we do here sometimes, is you have to have the prerequisite of this 7-point system. Legs crossed, back straight, head slightly tilted. Hands in the same place, usually stacked. Tongue gently touching the roof of the mouth. Eyes partially closed, following your breath. That's the prerequisite. When you have a solid foundation in the Zen technique, it's so good for everything else. So when you apply the Tumo, you maintain the same posture, relax the rest of the body, keeping your core engaged. I mean, not like flexing, but keeping your posture, not slouching. Then you start to release the dead air. On the inhale, squeeze perineum, swallow saliva, visualize a orb. At the center, visualize a flame. Wherever you swallow your saliva is where the orb is. And visualize a heat. That's more bodily sensational than mentally visualizing an orb. It's more of feeling your solar plexus chakra and generating a little heat at the dot of your soul. On the exhale, after you hold your breath for a while, you blow on the embers of your solar plexus. Then you release your perineum and continue to breathe into your solar plexus the whole time. The whole time is just focus here, making sure you're not contracting your shoulder too much, not doing everything's like that's the general. So because there's so many methods to it. First, you have to release the dead air, because so you want fresh air in your body. You're breathing into your stomach, not too intense, but not too gentle. You want to slowly improve, but not so much that and you cannot do this while standing or driving, because you might pass out like me and have a scar under your chin from hitting the kitchen counter. So you want to not go to the kitchen and make coffee and do it while you wait for the water to boil. Okay. While you have a good posture, you want to, and if you could do the full lotus, your root chakra is right on the ground when you can do eventually, when you, what about hip problems? You want to sit on a couple cushions to help your hip be above your knee to release the hip pain. If your back hurts more, lean on a wall and sit on 2 or 3 cushions, unless you have a thick cushion like a zafu that's not so soft. Eventually you will become stronger. Gravity will help stretch you out. Right. So you begin with that. Release the dead air, stomach breathing. But the whole time while you, again, not too rough, not too, but not too. When you hold your breath, you swallow the saliva, squeeze your perineum, the space between your exit and your private, or your Kegel muscle. But while you're squeezing that, you visualize that you're squeezing your solar plexus. And eventually, you feel a burning sensation in your solar plexus. And on the exhale, you slowly exhale, and again, you swallow the saliva to know where the solar plexus is, which is your stomach, above your belly button. And then you squeeze perineum, and you visualize the orb. Wow, making sure you're not like, you want to stay everything, you want to send everything. Your focus is here, like a little grapefruit or whatever. If you feel pain in your chest, you have to learn to slowly, you don't want to, it means that you need to maybe improve, see the doctor. That's a great. But whenever your chest hurts from doing this, that's exercising. Because sometimes your body, your lungs capacity is not that strong. So you want to slowly improve your health, right? When you're doing deep breathing, you're literally exercising. Because when you're not active, you're not breathing that deep, your heart rate's lower. So when you're doing a tumo, it does increase your blood flow. And so when you're not used to the blood flowing, if you have heart and lung problem, I do have heart problem, but it's emotional. I cannot do the lotus. Yeah, you don't need to do the full lotus. If you can, it's great. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to. It's just more, if you can just do half lotus, cross leg, at the end of the day, that's just the body, right? But the main part is that when you're doing this, you don't want to be comfortable because you want to be focused. And your body's flexible. Like, the reason I could do the full lotus because I sit on the ground 10 hours a day or 8 hours a day. And eventually gravity just kind of like, okay, your body learns to adjust, but if you really can't, that's okay. Do the best that you can. I didn't even know I could do the full lotus. Yeah, if you can do half lotus. The whole part is that when you're meditating, comfort is not the goal of meditation. It's awareness, because when you're too comfortable, your mind dozes off. I want some chicken nuggets right after this. I wonder what forest they recorded the background sound in. I wonder. When you're too comfortable, the mind wanders random. When's LeBron James gonna retire? That dude's so old. Right? It could be anything. Could be anything. Dang, it's been a while since I got a pedicure. You know, it could. I wonder if he ate yet. Probably not, huh? But when you're a little bit it's not like complete discomfort, right? When you're a little bit uncomfortable, the mind is like focusing on the slight discomfort, and sometimes you need a little bit more to focus. Yeah, so holding the breath. It's my stomach in my... So wherever your saliva ends up, so if you don't even... You have to... You know, you could feel where it ends in your stomach. So that's where you focus on. Right? That's just it. Eventually, when you get used to where it is, you don't have to do it as much. But when you're teaching people, you have to be really methodical, because human beings like to break the rules, and it's okay to break the rules, but you have to learn the foundation before you break it. Every master before us had to break the rule to get to the next level. The Buddha had to go like, I know my 3 gurus told me this, but there must be something else. There's got to be more to it than that. Right? From Theravada, it became Mahayana. They say there's no Kuan Yin, but all my homies meditate and start experiencing Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Alright. And then Vajrayana goes, also you can practice a little healing energy, some Reiki. Like, that's not what's recommended. Why y'all got so many singing bowls, flutes, and gong and horns over there? Oh, we had to fight a lot of black magic here in the high mountain, so we need something stronger than just meditation. And that's why you're the... So imagine that technique came upon because people were doing that stuff. So eventually when you clear it, people don't believe in that kind of magic, the negative thing toward each other. You live a peaceful life. That's why we don't do that kind of stuff. Do you recommend following the Eightfold Path? Personally, I do. And right, that's how I got this. That's how I got here. Why do you think everything that I do is donation based? Right livelihood, right action. Right. But I don't tell people I practice it. I just practice it with result and just make it more practical. Right? Because when I look at the Eightfold Noble Path, I just look at lifestyle change that has result. So when I try following the Eightfold Path, I found great results. So I quietly practice it, and over time, whoa. Right? That's why I live a donation-based, like my job is literally right now, donation-based life. Well, how is that possible? I have faith that when I serve with my heart, love grows. Now, I don't follow the Eightfold Path to the T. I look at it like bullet points, right? Because it's more about what makes sense to you. It's not about following a bunch of rules because somebody told you to. It's like, that makes sense. I should do that. That doesn't make sense, but I wonder why it's in there. Right? It's more practical, it's more useful, it's more just here to be myself. The happy Buddha isn't a real Buddha, but why is happy Buddha everywhere? Because the happy Buddha is a rebellious stand-up comedian that's also spiritual. What are you worried about? You're rich, you woke up today. I'm like, Nam Mô Di Lạc Hữu Thường Phật Bồ Tát. Yeah, so that's why we do a lot of happy Buddha style in here. Lots of laughter, lots of joy, lots of comedy from time to time, lots of sassiness. You don't like me, you don't have to. That's your problem. Right? That's happy Buddha style. Happy Buddha got sass. That's why the happy, many people may not know. Like some people think the Buddha is just the happy Buddha. When they go into a buffet restaurant, they rub the belly. That's how popular happy Buddha is. And then you find out that's not even a real Buddha. That's just like a monk in like the 11th or in I don't know what century, who was like a little bit heavier, but he was known as like a popular Bodhisattva, like a light worker monk. And so he became very popular, because it's about, it may not be traditional, but if it works, damn it. Right? What we do in here is not that traditional all the time. Sometimes it is, right? Sometimes it is. But we keep our pinkies up when we play this. It's like, why is he doing that? Ajahn Brahm, yeah. Ajahn Brahm's very popular. I just did not grow up listening. Honestly, I tried to listen to Ajahn Brahm and all these. I grew up listening to. My karma with monks is not like that. I grew up around monks that were funny. So I like your flexible approach. My father used to put a cassette tape, hilarious monks, and we would just, on the way somewhere in the car, we would listen to Dharma talks from hilarious monks in stand-up comedy. Are you yeah, I'm multi-streaming to like everywhere now. And so I grew up, so that's why the approach in here is different. Like, I just listen to teachers who are effective and witty and quick and relatable. That's the key. Sometimes monks are not relatable to people. Sometimes teachers are not really relatable. And so it's hard to really be inspired because they're not relatable. The reason why I share with you so much about my past is because I want to share with you, I'm a normie. Like, I'm normal as hell. Yeah, life sucks. I failed college, I dropped out college, but I went back to succeed, got on the dean's list, got scholarships, but I failed biology in college like 3 times. I say that to be relatable, right? There's a reason I say everything. I'm not just saying it to like show up. Right? I'm using my personal life and vulnerable parts of my life so that you know, hey, I know your life may be hard right now, but you can make it. You will find a way. I don't know if you exactly know. Well, it's more about humble beginning. That's what it is about. Some people think, man, he must have been born in a temple. The monks babied him, made him chant every day. No. I did grow up in the temple, but I got picked on a lot in the temple, which made me go to the monks more and did yard work because I was too dorky to fit in. I didn't know how to fit in. And every time I tried to fit in, the opposite happened. Right? I grew up really enjoying meditation, but I didn't continue it. Let the dorky in. And now I'm proud of it, you know. I think everybody is unique and beautiful, for sure. No, in America. I grew up in a temple in America, out of all places. Right? So it's like an Americanized temple, not a Thai temple. A Thai temple would have been way different. In America temple, you end up knowing everybody. If you went to a Thai temple, you don't know everybody unless you went there all the time. So in America, I grew up in a Thai temple doing Thai traditional dancing, Thai music, Buddhism, and so I was sheltered in the Thai consciousness for so long. And that's why I was so dorky, because I didn't know, nobody taught me to fit in. I tried to fit in because like when you're dorky, you get picked on a lot. I didn't work on my accent. I didn't know how to socialize. And so I was easily, wherever I come from, adults I guess my survival skills were low, but my compassion was high. So even though I got picked on, I was like, oh, that's wah. But there was a seed that was being planted. It's like, even though life was difficult, I still always believe in being kind. I think that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? I just never lost that compassion, and I think it's just because of I think it's because I grew up around so many grandmothers who loved me a lot. I grew up around a Thai community that always nurture and support, but it didn't help. Since I got picked on a lot, it made me lose focus on school and having any visions about succeeding in life. I just wanted to be happy, and I didn't understand anything else other than I just want to be happy, because growing up I was not happy. I was like, I just want to make sure I'm happy and my parents happy. If anything, I wanted to make my parents happy more than myself, which led me to learning to love myself, because I just didn't do it for so long. I didn't think you need to fit in. One of the greatest things is me not fitting in, because it allows me to have an open mind. When you begin to fit in, you learn this thing called societal norms, right? Which I tried. Like, kids got Pokemon cards, I got Pokemon cards. Right? Kids were playing marbles, I played marbles. Kids were rude to each other. I didn't want to be rude. I'm like, why y'all mean? We shouldn't be mean to each other. Be nice to people. Because sometimes, people are mean to each other for fun. And I didn't like to, but as I got picked on more, I learned to be mean. Right? But then I didn't like being mean, and then I eventually felt bad. Like, why am I? Because you have to be honest to yourself. That's usually how people become mean, yeah. Truklam Temple in Ellen Park. But the peace in my life I had to give it to music, music. I always escaped to the radio or daydreaming about like singing Red Hot Chili Pepper, Backstreet Boy. I just escaped through all music. So I became pretty much, it became my therapy. Everything on the radio was my therapy, and so I followed it. Whether it's R&B, hip hop, eventually I caught the R&B and rap music, and that became my escapism. Listening to Tupac, Biggie, listening to random techno and trance and Linkin Park. So I just explored all types of music because it was my escape. I would listen to like operas and just download every opera I could find on WinMX or LimeWire. Like, opera music. Techno music. Okay, yeah, trance music. So I would just DJ Casey. Ding, 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 ding. How could one introduce yourself? If you want to go to the temple and you just have to go and see what they do first. The best way to respect a new environment is to be a respectful observer and just tell them, hey, I'm interested in Buddhism and I just want to see what it's about. And that's it. Just be upfront. They want to know. The main part, nowadays a lot of people go to the temple and steal. That's it. They just want to know you're there with good intention. Because in my temple, the temple I grew up in, right, not the master sim, they have to keep the gate closed now because so many people come and try to steal. And so we had to get security cameras, and the gate has to be closed all the time now because the amount of people like breaking in, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah. The gate used to be open all the time, but now it's not. Yeah. My dad's the head of the temple, so he tells me everything going on. Like, yep, another break-in, another break-in, another break-in, a robbery one time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was one time it was a robbery, which is like, okay, it's getting out of hand. We gotta take action to the next step. Stealing, yeah. Stealing is thieves. And so as long as you're upfront and you just tell them, it takes time to gain people's trust. So it's about commitment and consistency, and it's about why you show up anyways. Like when I live stream, you don't trust me at first because I'm just some dude annoying some people. But as I keep showing up and you keep showing up, we eventually get to know each other and have a deeper trust. And that is so crucial to community, that trust. And that trust is something it can keep growing and building. Some people go to the temple to bow to the statue, and some people actually believe in enlightenment and awakening and improving yourself in unlimited ways. Right? So everyone's different. Some people just is more community. Some people see the church and the temple more like community. Some people believe that they want to learn to become the best servant, the best bodhisattva, the best light worker. Just be clear of what are you trying to do with your life. And no matter how many people talk bad about it, like, you trying to reach enlightenment? Oh, you trying to be a light worker? Right? All the negative thing actually push you to be better. So that's the beautiful part about having a lot of people that may be doubting you. So I think if somebody judges us, we should use that energy to inspire us. So when people come to judge me or inspire me to come on here and keep doing a better job, stop saying damn. I'm like, well, you could teach people otherwise, but we gonna keep doing that in here. Don't let the sass come out now. You put it back. Let me put it back. Let me put it back. You know me. I'm peaceful, but if you knock the door on the dragon's den, who knows what will happen? But I got my dragon tamed, so I'm like, okay, chill. Because whenever I didn't learn to use that fire, I got used a lot, I got picked on a lot. So that's why you have to know how to use your energy. If you don't, like, I'm kind. And many people bully me online because I look like an easy target. Right? I look harmless. You know what I mean? I look harmless. And I'm speaking gentle. But they don't know what the F I've been through. He went to Clearbrook. That's a private school. So it's more about, and the reason is about balance in life. Balance. When you have patience and you're not reactive, because you learn to be more centered. But if you ever need to speak up, sometimes you gotta raise your voice, because some people they push you so far. But don't let it unground you. I can raise my voice and come back to the center. Because some people, they're not gonna listen unless you bring out the dragon. And then after you bring out the dragon, they respect you. And I've done that many times, and I'm like, oh, universe. Okay, so it's not bad. Some people just don't know better, because they want to test you, because the way they respect people is if you speak loudly and you have a. Right? So, but I find a way to do that in a more graceful way. The sassy dragon, with humor. It's like Mushu, you know, like from Mulan, that little dragon. I'm a dragon. Hey, shout out to Eddie Murphy. Those visuals. The girl we're fighting for. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, definitely Lil. That's an icon. That's a dope. That. And so you just have to, number one, you have to find out what is your weakness and what is your strength. One of my weaknesses is I don't like to talk to people. I have to talk to people to make my life work. I have to have boundaries. I just want to be with myself. I'm happy with myself. But the issue is, I'm happy with myself, but people who see that you're happy with yourself, they got nothing better to do. So, yeah. I like my alone time, because, you know, when your life's growing up, whenever your life's noisy and and kind of unstable, alone time it's the best thing that I have in my life, because everywhere I went there was a lot of chaos, so just not messing. And so people come to talk to me. Like ever since I was young, I don't know what is going on. People just like to come tell me stuff since the beginning of time. Because I pay attention, I guess. But now I get to talk back because my life needs me to. Right? My happiness needs me to talk to people. What does your happiness need you to do in your life? Sometimes your happiness needs you to go to the gym, eat healthier. Maybe your happiness needs companionship, but you have to start with yourself first. Maybe your happiness needs you to listen more than speak. My happiness needs me to speak more because I'm good at listening already. I'm not good at memorizing, but when I listen, I feel the words they're saying, even though a lot of it might not make sense. For real, I didn't grow up. English is my second language, and sometimes there's people who speak so many different dialects in English and some words and vocabulary you don't know. So you learn to read people's vibe more than know the vocabulary, right? So you just got to figure out what's your strength and what is your weakness. You need to improve your weakness and maintain your strength. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? But people don't do it. Maybe your weakness is you easily get angry. If you know that's your weakness, why don't you work on it? Because you're attached to your weakness. If you don't make a change, then you're not going to become balanced. You don't have to be perfect. Just work on it. Right? If you're easily triggered, well, that's a weakness. Because if you're always triggered, well, how can you be less triggered? You got to work on it. Maybe you're somebody who speaks before they think. So you have to work on it. Listen more. Maybe you're somebody who speaks, but you don't know how to speak from your heart. Well, you got to learn to be more vulnerable and find friends that you're not just BSing with. Find more authentic friend to where you can speak your heart a little bit more. And sometimes, if you don't have those friends, you got to journal. Journal how you really feel. There's many ways. It's just no one is going to improve your life for you. Only you can do that. I can tell you, I can guide you, but you have to do the work. Many teachers can guide you, and that's why I'm grateful for masters and teachers who are great teachers. That's why they're called masters. But in the modern world, that's called a life coach. Link in the bio, right? It's like, okay, what about just helping people? Because that's a different lineage, right? There's a lineage where it's more of a business, life coaching, and then there's masters and mentors. But even nowadays, gurus, masters, and mentors, like different swamis, you have to pay 10,000 to go to a pilgrimage, and then they open your third eye, and you're like, paying to open your third eye is the most deceiving thing I ever heard. Paying to get your third eye open is the most deceiving thing from gurus I ever heard. What do you think about paying 10,000 for psychic training? What about paying 10,000 to graduate from Reiki school? And that's why people look down on spiritual communities, because of how much it's been poisoned by it. But I gently talk about it because a lot of people do it and it annoys a lot of people. But I talk about it from time to time because the community needs to know. I remember I went to I went to some seminar for free because of gifting. Somebody gifted, and I learned all of it leads to investing in a life coach. Because that's how it is in America. But what if you bring, right, that's how it is, that's what I'm seeing. Life coaches. Everything's so money driven, right? Now I've met many great Reiki teachers, right? Especially just pay what you can. That's my people. Pay what you can. Right? If you can't afford it, just pay what you can. Like even the founder of Reiki, Master Usui, the only way to be trained is you gotta show up every day and be an apprentice. There's no like paying. That's the original teaching. But they don't wanna. And Reiki was designed to help people who couldn't afford medical healing, that's like pharmaceuticals and stuff, right? So, because imagine you can't afford the doctor or the medicine. I have no hope. Oh, there's some dude healing with energy for free. Well, I'll try it. Or you pay what you can. It's donation. Pay what you can. And that's where I come from. But again, everybody's different. You gotta make your life work. It's okay. Just make your life work and do the best to keep serving on keep expanding your heart. What is osteopath? Osteopath. I did massage therapy for a few years. It was draining. That's why I didn't do massage therapy. The bone doctor. What do I think of bone? I guess I have no opinion. It's odd when total strangers start telling you things that you typically wouldn't hear. The metaphorical eye above your eye, between your eyebrows, where Hindus put the dot through which you perceive the world in a holistic way using your heart. I don't like referring to it. It's too tied to religion and rituals and image. I learned early on, Michael Beckwith said the Buddha never bowed to a statue of himself, and Jesus did not pray to a cross with him on it. Boom. I understood instantly. When I heard that, I was like, that's what I'm looking for right now. Now, we have to learn to respect, because some people, they want to worship. They want to put on a pedestal their guru and teacher. Right? But the Buddha and Jesus taught the kingdom is within. The way is not in the sky. The way is within. What does it mean when you're meditating and you feel pressure where your third eye is? So sometimes you feel pressure here because when you do deep breathing, there's pressure that builds. Your third eye is not a physical space, it's an energetic space. So when you feel sensations of the body, the third eye is something that's beyond physical. But it does affect the physical, but don't be attached. The issue here, when you become too attached to the physical thing, it's your mind trying to perceive what you think is the third eye. Let that go too. When you see things in your meditation, that's your mind seeing things. Let that go too. But what happens when you let it all go? Senses, perceptions, feelings, and thoughts, and all these things. You have to try it yourself. Yeah, the Buddha didn't bow to a statue of himself. But you have to see what it means. Right? Do you think the Buddha said, make a statue of me and bow to it? That's but that's why the master said Buddhism got lost in the 5th century, because it became a religion. When things become an establishment, let's call it business, control, power, politics. And then what happens? Ego gets involved. My God, your God happens. It said, nope, everybody, we all bleed red, and the kingdom is within. But is that kingdom through Christ, our Lord and Savior, right? Like, whoa, it's just the inner kingdom. Where did the rest of the start come from? Something in here. But saying this, you piss a lot of people off. So that's why you have to know when to say it. You have to know when to say it. You don't want to say that all the time, or else you got people. And so I try my best to be respectful in the approach, because if you don't, Doctor of Osteopath focuses on holistic approach. Western. Yeah, I don't know. I never looked into osteopaths. So. I'm curious how to release your traumas. It's definitely not as simple as just, how your cat. How do you release your trauma? It's, the question can be so simple. But the answer, one day at a time, one breath at a time. The answer is shocking. It's shockingly simple that the mind doesn't want to believe. How do you release trauma? Imagine that the answer is shockingly simple that you get offended. You don't understand where I've come from. So that's why you have to learn to be graceful with people and slowly, because it's more about trust. It's more about trust. If you want to find out healing frequencies, there's a website called brain-beats.in, okay? And that's where you can find a lot of healing frequency with scientific and, community. Or people who, it's a collective group of people who study frequency with results, okay? Brain-beats. And it's free, completely free. A few of my friends are DOs, very holistic. Double med school, some are very good. Well, Brenda, you are on the path, but you have to stay consistent, my sister. I haven't seen you here in a while, engaging. The more you participate, the more you do the work, the more you stay around positive people, your consciousness slowly evolves. Oh, the beats, there's just one E, excuse me. So there's the reason the spiritual community keeps you in a positive mentality. The moment you find great results, many people leave the community and then they go back to their old ways. And then some people think it doesn't work. No, it was working, and then you just decided to not commit yourself to devotion. Why do you think I'm on here so much? Because to help change people's lives is not just one day, not just 1 year, but a lifetime. Okay. Because some people... But I can't make you come here. I can't make you like, love your damn self, yeah. You have to find your own will. It's through your own willpower. Why am I here all the time? Donation based. Because I love it. There's something in here that tells me, hey, show up and genuinely help people. Practice what you preach. For me to change my life, turn my life around to healing my trauma, I intensely meditate on my sadness for months and forgave everything I could, because I realized all the things I was carrying did not serve me anymore. So I just forgave in tears. I forgive my mother, I forgive those kids that picked on me, because those people didn't know better. The kids that picked on me, maybe they get abused at home. Maybe they were born in a gang activity, and that's why they're acting that type of way. My mother's like that because she's been harmed. That's why they transfer it to me. So the more compassion you have, we're not here to hang out with our abusers. We're here to understand that people are hurt. Hurt people hurt people. You heard that before. Hurt people hurt people. Right there, brain dash beats dying. It's right. There's 2 comments on top. Yeah, and so with compassion, and here's the shocker. All compassion is self-compassion. All love is self-love. All forgiveness is self-forgiveness. You'll see the ego fighting those words instantly. Your issue, if you don't understand, you need to ask why, sister. You need to be a seeker. You just want the answer, but you're not looking for it. If you don't understand, keep asking why. Be hungry to find. Don't just believe me because I told you. When you don't truly understand, you have to ask why, how, why, how, why, how. That's it. I know we are one and loving them as one, but outside my room or the No one said this was gonna be easy. Who told you this was gonna be easy? Nobody. Why do you need it to be easy? When things are too easy, it's not rewarding anyways. Why and how for which things? Everything. But start with the thing that you need to work on first, because sometimes you're asking a bunch of questions you don't need to ask. Ask the questions you need to ask that will make your life better. It's called progressive questions. Asking questions that lead to joy versus, why am I so sad? I want to be happy. What does it take for me to be happy? So you can ask, why am I so sad all the time? Well, what does it take to be happy also? I learned that from Michael Beckwith. Progressive. Think progressive. Think in positive. Lead yourself towards greater. Ask yourself about joy. Because when you have joy, then you can face the sadness. But when you're miserable, you don't want to look at miserable, more negative things. But when you're peaceful and centered and present, you can look in the skeletons in your closet and take them out. Clean the closet. I'm cleaning out my closet one more time. I said, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Michael Beckwith, yeah. I thought I reminiscence about my past too much, asking how did it happen, why. Here's the thing, sometimes you ask why, but you never answer it, because the why is your heart. Sometimes we answer the why with our ego, but when you learn to be more present, and your why can evolve. When you're immature, that why becomes an immature why. As you become more mature, that why becomes more wise. But some people never learn to just trust their heart and grow their heart. Is it making sense, Brenda? You gotta be the one who look for the answer. You have to be the seeker. And remember, the why is something you ask yourself. I'm not gonna always be here to answer your question, but the universe resides within. The light is within. Right? The power is within. Power of the heart. You got the power. I got the power. What is love, baby? No, not that kind. Not that kind. Okay. Not that kind. Baby, don't hurt me no more. My heart is no longer open. Well, you can open your heart to yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to love you and love your damn self. That's literally why we say love your damn self. Right? Because many people are just waiting for something. I'm waiting for my husband to apologize. I'm waiting for my wife to. I'm waiting for my ex to apologize. And they never. Because why? You don't need them to. You just need to love you. That's enough. And also learn forgiveness. It's hard to forgive other people when you don't even practice forgiveness. It's hard to be happy when you're carrying a bunch of BS. Let me repeat that for you again. It's hard to be happy when you carry a bunch of BS that doesn't serve you. Anger, sadness is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at your husband. Or if you don't like the hot coal, put it down. You don't want to play hot potato all your life. Unless you like hot potato. I'm not trying to play hot potato. I feel I've forgiven, just haven't been accepted anymore. Sister, that means you haven't forgiven. When you forgive, you let go. Now, you're not here to be buddy-buddy. If you're forgiven and you just haven't been accepted anymore, what does that even mean? When you forgive, it's the thing of the past. But when you say you forgive and you're still unhappy, we got issue. How do you understand mediumship when it gets intense? Stay grounded. Don't try to mediumship. Be empty, be grounded, be centered, be useful. A lot of mediumship, it's not practical. Right? Because sometimes, okay, you're doing great work, but their life's still the same. Their life's still the same. This is an issue. It's about being effective at helping people's lives. Why don't I do mediumship? Because there's a lot other things that's more effective in improving human life. My husband resents me. Yes, we know. You told us, right? 3 times. And your message, I am enough. Stop needing him to love you. And and the thing is, Sister Brenda, you are doing good, but then you stop committing to your self-loving journey, and now you're back at it again. It's up to you. You need to stay consistent with your self-improvement and devotion. Right? It's been a while. We never stop developing and meditating and improving. But when you get because you are doing good, and the moment you feel good in your life, you stop developing. Because why? You're just beginning. So now you have more, right? You're becoming more mature as a self-loving practitioner. You're learning better how to be better. And sometimes the ego doesn't think that things are improving because we're not practicing. You got to a certain point, practicing the gratitude, meditation, being more present, committing to your yoga if you do yoga. I'm a feeler. Everybody is a feeler, sister. Every human being alive on the planet feels. Everybody is an empath. Everybody, we're all more alike than different. But what do you need to commit to in your life? You need to commit to loving yourself more. That's it. Put yourself first. Right now, you make your husband, you, like, right. Oh, this is like a rumbling thunder. Whatever reasons we have, thank you, Brian. Whatever reasons we have for not being happy, we have to find the root cause of why we're unhappy. I try to meditate, not sure if I do it right. Well, it's hard to when you don't ask questions. That's why I tell people, look, if you don't know, we're here, like people, like it's not just me, there's many people here who meditate. Just ask the question. We're here to support each other. Right? Ask the question. When you don't know, we're here to ask, right? But we're not here to do the work for you. You have to do the work. But one thing we're not doing is giving up. I don't know balance with regulating my emotions and love, my friend, but come off too pushy. If you're somebody who's a little bit too masculine, you have to learn how to plan and approach. If you know that you can come off as a little pushy, you got to work on that. Write it down. Okay, I know that when this happens, I get triggered. Well, if you know this is what triggers you, you have to visualize yourself getting triggered and not responding through visualization. Right? Practice like it's happening. So visualization is something like visualize yourself getting triggered or when it's happened before and don't respond to your triggers. Through breath work, gratitude, I allow myself to own my emotion. And so if you, whenever you catch when you visualize yourself getting triggered, worked up, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. This is why we do more practice than philosophy most of the time. Right? Because some people think too much, but when we talk, so many people are here. But when we practice, a bunch of people who need to practice, they just go somewhere else. What kind of BS is that? Imagine that. During the talking part, they love it. When we meditate, they leave. Right. No, I didn't message you, Diane. The benefits, because imagine we're talking, but then we don't learn to digest. So that's what we should do right now, I guess. There's a lot of knowledge in the air, and I think, yeah, watch out for the scammers. I never message people about their astrology and asking for your money. And also, how can I message you when I'm right here, right now, not typing, not entering? I must have a good robot. Shoot, maybe that DeepSeek is getting that powerful. I can clone myself. Damn. They gave me that DeepSeek card readings, man. And so take your time. Ask the questions. Oh, you are AI. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Mystic Village. What flute would you like today? Team power. Thank you for the roses. That's why, brothers and sisters, we have to stay on track. Right? This community is here to help people stay accountable. Right? Remember our brother Stephen Houston hasn't been here in a while. Right? That's why a lot of people have quit substance and many toxic things here. Because when you come in, we're like, oh, what's up? Tell us about, what's going on. But you can't. If you want to change your life, you have to take action. If you want accountability, you got to say hi at least. What's up? What you're working on. And at least it's free. Like, it's free. What? Like just, you don't lose anything. As a matter of fact, it's just your screen name. Grace Heart AZ. Shoot, that's a billion graces. Like million graces in Arizona anyways. Okay, maybe just like 10,000. 10,000. It's just your screen name. Like, you can be, right? It's just, we don't really know you, like, personally. Like, somebody's name, Essentia Drops. Like, you're, right? Essentia Drops, like, you know what I mean? And so we're here to help people. So it's about being vulnerable to heal. Imagine you want to hide yourself in pain and you don't heal. That's why you got to open up and let the sunlight come in. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I'll say, love yourself. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember, you let her into your heart. Thank you. 58,000 likes. I think this is all I got for today, this morning. I have to go drop the other vehicle off that we borrowed. Thank you, Connolly. You know, the Prius was down. We had to borrow a family friend's car. I dropped the Suburban off. Apparently, it had low motor oil in it. So thank you, Brenda. Again, the reason why this community is always active and engaging and being real is because we're actually trying to make a real impact. brain-beats.in. Yeah. I will type it again. For the third time. Thank you so much, SD. Welcome, Saints for Life. We got Kinetic. Oh, the mechanic's calling me. Hold on. Thank you, Charlotte, Sylvia, Alyssa. Yeah. Thank you, Ridiculous David. Yeah, again, the reason why we keep being real on here is because it helps humanity. I know that sometimes when we have real talk, it's not the thing that's gonna grow the community, but it's gonna grow happiness, right? At nighttime we do mainly sound healing, but sometimes whenever the tribe is here, mainly people who are committed to being here, you can tell when they're here. Right? This is when the real talk happens. Because Friday night, people are out and about. Saturday, people are less online. But the people who are committed to being online and devoting themselves are still here. So it allows us to go deeper because we have many devoted people helping each other. It's not just me. Many people are sharing their experience, and it's been peaceful. Because sometimes sometimes you have people in the chat that are teachers that just come by once in a while, and they don't know how to build trust with you. There's no relationship that happens, so it's hard to listen to somebody's deep advice when you don't know who the hell they are. But when you're constantly on, and when you keep seeing the same screen names over and over, you have a lot more trust with each other, making us feel safe with each other. Especially online, it's kind of hard to find a place where you remember people's screen name constantly, because some communities are way too big and they don't have real talk. It's just a bunch of people spamming emotes. But over here, our goal is for authenticity and to be real online. And this is what it takes. Sometimes I don't talk as much. Sometimes I crack a lot of jokes. Sometimes we just do more meditation. It's more about what does the community need. And thank you for your patience with the community, because it's not easy at all. Even sitting here is not easy. But we gotta give it you gotta keep doing your best. Give your all. But the results have been great. It's just some people, when we're not consistent with ourselves, how do you expect yourself to have gains in life if you can't be consistent with going to the gym? You don't even have to go every day. If you just are consistent at going to the gym like 3 times a week, you're gonna find some results. But if you're just consistent, like going to the gym once a month, and you say you go to the gym, it's the same thing with self-development. When you're serious about your self-development, it's every day. But in the beginning, when you're at the baby stage, you might just do it once a week, twice a week, casually, because you haven't caught no one's gonna change your life other than you. Your happiness is your responsibility. You can if you don't like your life, you can change. And I know. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. Will always love my damn self. Will always love me. What should I do with my needy brother? Be honest to them. In marriage, is it normal to suppress your emotion? If you don't trust the person you're with and you have trust issues, you need to work it out. For better or worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, in hating each other and loving each other. Marriage ain't supposed to be a walk in the park. Nothing in life is a walk in the park unless you're actually going to the park and walking. Shoot, I need to write that down. Shoot, that was good. Where did that come from? Let me write that down real quick. I'm trying to. That's a good opener. That's a good opener. Right. content. Right? That's not. We're doing mindfulness meditation. Like how do you have to find a way to hook people into the meditation video, right? Life is not a walk in the park unless you go into the park and walking. Breathe in, be aware you're breathing in. Breathe out, be aware you're breathing out. Three ohms. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Charlotte, Sylvia, Alyssa, Divine Angel, Chloe, Grace, Amber, Fashion, Imaginarium, Alchemy in the Flesh, Jamie Lynn, Michael, Ridiculous David, Essentia, Saints for Life, Sheila. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to TikTok. Thank you for Insight Timer not completely banning me because I keep showing up late because I'm streaming and then blah, blah, blah.